should have done that first before I turned it on live, but I didn't. Alrighty, let's see. What can we see? Say, where's our surfer dude? I see somebody reeling in his rod. Did you catch anything? Or did it steal his bait? We were just talking about fishing last night. Reno, how are you? Oh, very cool. You know how I am here and there and every. I am in Ormond by the sea, over on the East Coast, in between Flagler and Daytona. And I can tell you, there's still a lot of recovery, and it's questionable if they're going to return. Uh-oh. They were just saying my broadcast is unstable due to transmission, so yeah, I'm enjoying the beautiful weather down here. It has been most enjoyable. Yeah, the nights might be 60, the days about 80. So it's been real nice since we've been down here. This is really the first day that I have come to the beach with Thomas and the girls. It's hard to find front row ocean view that I can park with the girls and Thomas. So that's always main. And last night I went to one of my old sweet spots, and that was cool too. So let me know, Reno, when you're coming down. I'm still going to be doing some traveling between now and then. Business to take care of. So I will be, traveling. But I'll be in around here. Not quite sure if till or after Christmas. That's still up in the air. I make plans and plans change. So, as a Pisces with the ocean, I go with the flow. Surfers catching a couple of waves. Over here on the East Coast, you catch the waves when the waves are up. Because a lot of times it's good for body surfing, but not with a surfboard. Well, I guess there are certain areas, Cocoa Beach being known for one area where it's good. Well, I don't know if he's tired or but I see him, the surfer, coming out. But, I mean, you know, he's been out there for a few, catching the waves, and I guess gets tiring. I know the one day my kids and I were paddleboarding out on the ocean, and let me tell you, it wasn't a day like today when we were paddleboarding. It was one of those, once you got out, I mean, yeah, you're always going to have a wave break, but once you got out further, it was still water. And even in still water, you get a really good workout on a paddleboard. So yeah, this is really a nice place. There's a guy down fishing over the bank here too. Let's try to see what else we got going on up here. I'd be burnt if I stayed out in the sun all day. So we're gonna be cooking out later on. I brought my mini hibachi, and I have some corn on the cob that are soaking in ice water right now to get them nice and plump, and got some chicken breasts I'm gonna cut up, some boneless chicken breasts, because if you cut them up, they'll cook faster. So that's what we's gonna eat in a few. Maybe I'll get the grill going about noon. Sitting here, you kind of lose track of time, and that's a good thing, because time flies when you're having fun. So you having fun yet where you live? How's it going? Oh. Can you hear the crashing beach? I my volume. Yeah, there we go. I got my volume high, so you can always turn your speaker down. But when the volume is too low, then it's kind of hard to turn it up loud enough to hear people speaking. So I've noted that when I'm listening and watching to other people, that tends to happen. Yeah, that's one thing about going to the beach. You really have to go early to get a spot, because if you don't go early, you might be driving for a while until you get a spot, if. And to get a prime spot, you definitely gotta go at the crack of dawn, which is what we did. We caught the sunrise, and it was beautiful colors in the sunrise this morning. So I'm anxious to see what the day brings. It's blue skies now. But of course, you see the white lines that weren't there. Yeah. No, those white lines don't cross in the sky. What are you talking about? No. The airplane didn't leave any. What? Residue? Well, then, what's up with the gasoline cars and the toxic fumes? That's the reason that we gotta get rid of our gasoline-powered cars and buy electric. That cost even more to produce and maintain. I'm like, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's in control? Or what's that saying? Who died and left you in charge? Yeah. We as humans forget that we are free people. And no one has control over our freedom. There are others who make laws in which to control and conform and deny the rights of all people. And right now, we are in a time of revelation, and those people are being revealed. If you want to find out more information, my go-to for an investigative journalist, among others, I can't say that she's my only source, because I do have quite a few others, but AmazingPolly.net is really amazing. She knows her stuff, and she researches her stuff, and she leaves links to where you can find. But there again, as we know, as has been, a lot of sites have been deleted. It was forewarned in 2020 that the Library of Alexandria was being burnt, and that you better download quickly, because information was getting deleted. And that is very, very true. And I did, in fact, research information and downloaded information. And, hold on. A lot of information was and is denied, so that those who put themselves into a position of power can now control and enforce, or try to control and enforce. So it's not a good thing unless you really like change, and then it's a great thing. If you have not, do not talks to research on your own, because there is a great need And I really cannot say too much more than if I do not want to go back into YouTube jail and have my videos taken down and not able to produce anymore. I think the next time they're taking me down for a month. The last time they took me down for 2 weeks. First time they just took the video down. So, yeah, you wonder why I fight for our First Amendment platform for our public access community media channel, so that our voices cannot be taken away by corrupt government officials like have been in the past, and will continue to be denied in the future until we the people stand up and say, hey man, enough is enough. So I've been going 16 minutes, and ooh, my hand was going to sleep holding the tripod. Because even though it is only, I think it might be low 80s right now, it's really nice, but I'm sitting in the shade, so I'm planning on being outside in the sun pretty much all day, soaking in my vitamin D, which I highly recommend as one of those detoxification of the toxins that were intentionally, yeah, what can I say other than, what's that conspiracy theory? Told you so. But what can I say other than I didn't keep quiet. I was not complacent. I did not comply. Will not comply. Did you see my police videos from Slumlord Wars? I took them down. It was fun till I had to run from the sirens with Cheech in my arm. No. Wish I would have videoed that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did catch a few of them, but I've been on the road traveling, so I really haven't caught as many. The last one I saw is when the officer was, right up close and personal. And I said about I'd rather be a plaintiff than a defendant. Oh, here we have a seagull. There we go. Flying. Yeah, they wanted to arrest me. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. And proper procedure. Unfortunately, with the way that the law is, they have a rule book with proper procedure. And if you don't follow it or know the law, they'll kick your ass. It's called lawfare. So if you don't know your rights and you don't follow their rules, they'll screw you every time. And that's that, the someone who takes themselves for a lawyer, has a fool for a client. And well, yeah, when I wrote that lawsuit and took it to the Supreme Court, I was a fool, and the fool in the tarot is the babe. We don't know what we don't know until we're taught. Sometimes what we're taught isn't the truth. So, in dealing with the court, legal, lawfare, bar, gains system, it's better to be the plaintiff than the defendant. And check when you're filling out. There we go. Got some more action. Check when you're filling out the paperwork for any type of, because they also will waive fees according to income. So just because you don't think that you can afford to file a lawsuit, don't think that you can't afford, because you know, it goes by your income as to the fee, the filing fee, because some of those filing fees can get up pretty expensive. The one for the Supreme Court, well, not the, yeah, I think the Supreme. How much was that one? I tried to get that one waived. The federal court was $450. I can't quite remember how much the Supreme Court was. But of course, when they dismissed it, I didn't have to pay the fee. Ha ha. So that's something I would recommend, because the Supreme Court only takes a certain number of cases. So, from what I have found in the research, more of them will take the case if you're paying, if you paid the fee. Learn to use my camera at the People's Convoy. It changes things, no proper procedure. Cops lie to you, but you can't lie to cops. Wow, paid liars. Yeah, that's why I record everything. Record everything. I most definitely, that's what, when they arrested me in Asheville on 3 bogus warrants, that's the only way I was acquitted, because I had videoed my whole at the scene non-participation, other than as a citizen journalist. So, yeah. But there was a whole corrupt county behind trying to scare me. And I have to admit they did succeed, because, knowing I did nothing wrong and then being picked up for, 3 bogus warrants, it scared the shit out of me. And, I have post-traumatic stress disorder and traumatic brain injury. So, yeah, that triggered, same with the convoy triggered. And, yeah, just when you think you have gotten over and learned to live with, there's a trigger. And, yeah, you might have a tendency to fall back. Like, it wasn't until I was away from the convoy that I started to heal again after that. While I was with them, I could not think straight. I would have made other decisions, but what can I say? See, it's terrible to go to jail when you're innocent. I've been there, sad. Yeah, that's what really sucks. But see, they just wanted to get me fingerprinted, palm printed, FBI, documented, protester, bad girl. And yeah, they got my fingerprints. Yeah, they got my palm prints. They know who and what I am. And yeah, it did take 7 months and 5 court hearings to prove I was not guilty. And the judge said that I was harmed, but he couldn't help me write the frickin' lawsuit in the way that it should have been. And no, it was not investigated of my allegations of misappropriation of funds and fraud of the public access funds by former county manager Wanda Green and others, although the 5 John and Jane Does in that lawsuit have done, are doing federal prison time for not security fraud. Anyhow, misappropriation of funds, fraud, da da da. So yeah, I can't say I didn't warn them, but they wanted to silence the people who were exposing the corruption so that they could continue to steal from the people. And now I saw that Buncombe County has taken Wanda Green back to court again because her and her son and daughter-in-law were hiding, transferring money back and forth so that she doesn't have to pay the 400 and some thousand or whatever. I don't know. But she's trying to get out of it. So we shall see when someone comes along who is an attorney, who knows the law, and who's willing to fight for we the people and our First Amendment platform so that our voices cannot be taken by government or corporate enterprises who lobby and control our government. That's a biggie. So yeah, we're just enjoying this beautiful day, watching Mother Nature fly our way. So Reno, if you're still here, do you have a warrant out, or did you go and file to evict and do it their lawfare rulebook way? And even if you didn't film it, are you sure nobody else filmed it? Because that would be funny. I can just imagine you. And geez. Oh, that would be a comedy in itself. Oh, yay. What are we gonna do with you? I'd say get out of Dodge too. So yeah, it might be towards the end of the month that I'm over in your neck of the woods to say hi and to visit Mother Nature and see what is over there in that area. One of these days I'm going to go back to producing video, and then really all I have to do is just use the clips for the scenery and take out my audio and dub it over with music or other surf beaten audio, because that surf is beaten today, that I will admit. I saw that they have a yellow flag out, so that might have been something that the surfer also, had to work even harder because of a rougher surf. Oh, somebody parked. Okay. Looking to see. Yeah, it's such a beautiful day. I'd hate to have to get some work done, but that's the thing about the work that I have to do. I can do it pretty much wherever I go, because there I am. Hey, there's Drip. How goes it, Drip? Long time no see. We're sitting here as we see by the sea and watching the X marks the spot of those lines in the sky. So now I'm gonna watch and see what goes on, what kind of weather shift goes on in the next 2-3 days, because that usually tells ya. Hey, me too. I was live last night for a little bit, and this is, pretty much yesterday and today is the first time I've been live since the last time I talked to your Drip. So, yeah. No, the busy thing. As I was just saying, I got some paperwork and some calls, and then I have to get back to crocheting, because if I'm going back north for an extended period, I still have to finish my cloak that I'm crocheting, that I have a bunch of yarn that takes up way too much room in my mini motorhome. So, Jip, what have you been up to? Reno's been having fun, or so it seems. So look up Reno Vegas on YouTube and check out his landlord wars. He was trying to get some people evicted, and it was challenging for him, to say the least. Sorry, I was just watching. Someone was looking for a parking spot earlier, and he parked across the street. So now he just saw that there was an empty spot, and he ran for his car, and he took the open spot before anybody else came and got it. Oh, family stuff. What? Drama with family stuff? Oh no, not around Thanksgiving. My alarm systems are working. Somebody's walking. Yeah, I drove to Florida on Thanksgiving, and I didn't have to deal with any family stuff on Thanksgiving. You know, I mean, the girls, they didn't come through on the road again. You know, even Thomas didn't complain about being on the road again. You know, they were happy to go. And, yeah, but I can definitely relate. There's a lot of intense energy that's going on. And not everybody can really go with the flow in order to deal with the pressure that has been and will continue to be upon us. And, you know, that serenity prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. You know, that's people, places, and things. Who can I not change? Oops. The wisdom to change what I can is myself. And if you understand you can't change anybody but yourself, well, then you know. Let it go. Let it go. Keep a smile on your face as much as possible. Forgive others. And, you know, be a support, but don't be an enabler. There is a difference between supporting and enabling someone to harm themselves or others. And if they are narcissistic and they are feeding on your energy, then don't live as the victim. It's like, no, no, your problem is not my problem. Why do you think your problem has to be my problem? Now, there again, because someone you love needs your help and assistance. I'm not saying kick them to the curbside just because there's effort involved. It's, you know, detach them with love because it will make you ill if you allow others treatment, negative treatment of to you to affect you, then that is that disease, disease within. Outside, outside manifest as illness within. So, you know, if you're dealing with family stuff and there's a lot of icky goo that's going on, yeah, detach with love. As hard as it might be, as hard as it seems, that's for your own sanity. You know, genius hinges on insanity only when you're not true to yourself. And if you know that they're just, you know, using, abusing, then those are the ones that you really have to detach with love. You know, that's their lesson, it's not yours, other than, you know, do you want to be a victim or do you want to be the victor? You know, the best the best that you can do is to be an example. And, you know, sometimes you have to walk away in order to be an example. But living your life as happy as you can, that's what, you know, that's what really life's all about. Being happy, enjoying. If you're in a job that you don't like, don't complain, you know. Don't sit around listening to people complain. about their job. It's like, and you victim, there isn't another job out there? Well, I just heard somebody complaining that, there's so many jobs and people don't want to work. Which I can understand. People really don't want to work for a minimum wage job anymore, because if you work a minimum wage job, the federal, it's like, give me a break with the federal guidelines at not even $8 an hour. Spare me. Spare me the hypocrisy. If this is supposed to be up for and by the people or government, and they are making millions and of course probably billions on the backside, yeah, we need other people who know what's really going on and who really are up for and by the people, not up for and by the one percenters. The only way that they can, you can get elected is if you have a bankroll of money behind you. Ugh. I don't know. Is that the solution? Uh-oh.